What's going on, world? Welcome back to Kinlaig, and in today's episode we're going to be doing a lot of stuff and things. First order of business, we need to buy, well, we already bought, I just need to pick up the 16 bags of chicken food. I need to bring those back to the campsite, and we're also going to be buying a new trailer, a skid steer. We got to finish the mountain loop road, and we're going to be using the skid steer to make the driveways for all the cabins. So let me get these all put onto the trailer as I smash into the Mini, which, you know, why don't I see those in traffic? Like you have like a guy riding around a convertible, but you don't have this riding around in the streets. This thing is awesome. They should definitely have these driving around in the traffic, unless they do and I just haven't noticed. And I just noticed it now because I smashed into it. But enough about me rambling on about minis and why they're not in the traffic. I'm going to put these things into the trailer. I'm going to go back to the campsite. And we'll grab the Unimog to come and pick up the rest of the stuff and things that we are going to get. Let's get the trailer hooked up like so. A little bit more, like so. The Gigant. I don't know if that's like Romanian or Danish, but we got to get those down so we can get the skid steer on there. And then we got to get the big bags on there. And this thing just looks awesome. It's got to look nice riding around on the mountain, because we still have to, like I was saying, we have to do the loop road. And I want to clear some of the trees. So because it's hard to place the cabins with the trees in the way. So I think if I can clear like the partlet like right on the edge, like the cliff, it'll make it easier for me to just put them all down, and then I can just replant some of the trees when we're done. When I do like a final landscaping one, I'll just put new trees down. So yeah, that's my plan. And then we'll use this guy to, with the Terraform mod, we'll use him to make the driveways and redo the road. Like I want to do the road in gravel, and then the entrances. I don't know if we'll do gravel or we'll just leave it as like a dirt gravel type of situation. So let's see if I should be able to fit those on here. Shouldn't be an issue. So I will get the big bags onto the trailer and head on back to the campsite. so I'm just gonna get a quick wood contract in, so that way we have at least $5,000, you know, sitting in the bank account in case anything goes wrong. So we'll be able to make the next payments when we move over to November. So we'll do the wood transport. We got to bring it to the carpenter, and it's actually pretty close to us. It's like it's right up the mountain. So let me get that done, and then we'll get started on the loop road. So let's get the winch connected to the Unimog, like so, and we'll drive over to the beginning or end of the loop road. Okay, so the road is going to basically loop back into here, and if you keep going up, you'll end up at the lodge restaurant type area. So over here, I want to kind of, it's just going to be a road. It's not going to be this circle. I'm going to fill it with more houses. And basically I want to make the road so that it kind of hugs the forest ground area, like just close to the grass, because I want to give it as much space as I can to put the houses. And as we go up the mountain on the right, I'm going to clear all those trees out on the right side of the road. It'll make it easier for me to kind of place the houses down, and then I'll do that I'll fix them at the end. So let's get this done so we can go through with the skid steer and make the road a little wider. Alright, so now that we have the loop road completed, I'm going to take the Mercedes up and I'm going to remove any trees that are on it since we widen it, and maybe some that are too close. I also need to clear out all the ones that are on the cliff side of the road. That should give us enough wood, hopefully, to get all the beams, planks, and furniture that we need for this project. And then I'm going to place them all down. So I'm going to leave the forestry part in the time lapse. I hope you guys enjoyed.